18, folks. Wrapping up the 2025 season, regular season, and we're about to head into the postseason next weekend. So we're gonna do our picks. Alex has some things he wants to go over. We welcome you guys back.
Can't believe the talk issue of look what in a football the that issue we 18 detail put detail up the more it will play tonight the more that it will be able to play tonight. He is back for the more important game of the season. Number two, let's up into the playoff picture. And yeah, we know Canada lose all the time of day, but to the point, the people of thing out of the playoff are still a lesser of the day. The power needs a lesser to win the game. The the power will get in or or type of need the day to win or tie, and then the end is the playoff.
Yeah, that's that number 4 seed
Yeah, that number 40,
for that division, and
that
then
in it
and
down.
then the NFC would be set as far as the
Yeah,
playoffs. Um, your wild card teams are the 49ers,
yeah.
who lost yesterday, folks,
Mm-hmm.
to Seattle. So Seattle clinched the bye, and so now the 49ers will have to play on the road throughout the playoffs. The Packers is also a wild card team, and
Well,
the Rams are also a wild card seed. So other than that, the only game that's is pending today is the Atlanta Saints game.
and one
Neither
more
one of
thing.
those teams can go, but they have an impact on what's going to happen
Yeah,
because of the Panthers not clinching yesterday.
and
So
and one more. If 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 the Eagles win at the Bears, they can flip up. If it never happened, if the Eagles lose, never happened. Ever the thing. Um. Okay. That we're not you can edit the picture. Um. You have the three teams, the English team, or Houston, a Tottenham, and the Buffalo Bills. Those three teams are in the Galactical picture for our blue for our blue Lisa. You have you have the Broncos, the New England Patriots, the
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville Jaguars, and one more Pittsburgh or Baltimore. So it's tonight.
Which
So
is the last game of the evening
yeah,
of the season, is the Steelers and Ravens, and whoever wins out of that will be the fourth seed on the AFC side. Um, with the Jaguars and the Texans, roles could reverse depending on what happens in their games today as well. But as far as the playoff spots, they're clinched. They're in the playoffs. It's just a matter of what number of sequence they're going to be
mhm,
in and who they will play next weekend.
and
And as far as the bye goes, that have not been clinched yet. So also Jaguars, if they are able to win and Denver loses,
and
or the
and
Patriots loses, they could
yeah.
be that number one
Mm-hmm.
seed and get the bye. And the same thing applies to the Patriots and Denver as well, depending on your games today. So
Mm-hmm. the 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 Denver Broncos didn't win, and they already quit the bye. The Patriots need the Broncos to and they need to win. So we accomplished they all can't win, and we go over it. So right now is a pig, uh, and yeah.
So now let's talk about, the draft seeding right now. The Giants won last week as the Raiders sabotaged their game so that they can get the number one seed. While the Giants were celebrating a victory, in the meantime, the Raiders were celebrating getting the number one spot in the draft. Now, so here's what boils down today. So if the Giants win over the Cowboys, they can fall down to the number 7 seed in the draft. If they lose today to the Cowboys, they can either maintain their second spot, or if the Raiders somehow, even though I know they're going to try their best to not win against the Kansas City Chiefs, but if they did win that game, then the Giants would also get back to being in number one. Now let's go back to the scenario. Giants win over the Cowboys because they seem as an organization to not value opportunity to improve their team. So that means that the Jets could actually end up with the number one seed as well, because right now they're in the number three spot in the first round of the draft. So if both the Raiders and Giants somehow won today, the Jets, if they lose, could end up being the first overall spot and getting the quarterback that they want so badly. So we got to pay attention to that. So although the games for the ones that are not playing for playoff spots, they're now playing for the number sequence for the draft. And so if you're a Giants fan, I know it's hard because you guys probably can't stand the Cowboys. But at the end of the day, if you guys win this game, you're looking at a complete different scenario, how to rebuild the team. And remember, you don't have a head coach right now. The Giants also have interviewed a couple of people so far for that position. If you guys aren't keeping up with that news,
And
and
I'll cover after after your information.
and then you got Pete Carroll, who's also now considered on the hot seat because the Raiders may decide to go in a different direction. Um, there at that organization. So there's a lot going on in the NFL. Obviously, after this week, we got the post week, which is the playoffs. We will be keeping you posted on coaches being fired and hired as well. And the draft, will be keeping you guys, filled in on what to expect for the future 2026 NFL season as well. Coverage all the way up to the Super Bowl and after. So,
Okay, okay. So, so about the new head coach, we have a couple of former of couple team. Yeah, former former Cowboy and Green Bay Packers head coach Mike McCarthy. You have you have this calling is a grand could do for me after that I could be for me that after that I could be offense for a couple teams after that. You have former Winter head coach and interim head coach of Field. You have the Green Bay offense coach and then a couple of coach a couple of different coach in the league. But I believe I believe it will come down to like two. Uh, I, I thought today I believe Mike McCarthy in Iowa. he not he not wait. We know that, but it was what I love, and he not it too will be quit uh quit to defense coordinator if you don't know who that is, he is the son of the the good head coach of, of ever. So anything can happen. Uh, tomorrow is Black Monday. People call it that. People call it that to me because after we seen of where you may move in in your office, your part office, uh, the a lot of head coach now, the rumor or all the hot things a lot now would be Peter on the Brown, uh, the Montgomery Dolphin head coach, the those three head coaches are beginning to become all the hot seat. So this was tomorrow bring and tomorrow will be all day. So and we will cover our pistol and our YouTube. So so pre-bit with us. So it got me like put a time going on about tomorrow and without this week. It don't need it don't need to happen tomorrow. It can be happening a week from now. It can happen 2 weeks from now. It can happen the double week. So should be it got be a lot of information, a lot of a lot of a lot of information, a lot of point going on, a lot of for me. So just be aware tomorrow begins the option for a common team. So yeah, so that's just if you I think you can put get out that
Okay, so the first game up is the Packers versus the Vikings. This is your 1 o'clock game. Who you got, Packers or Vikings?
I get I get good bit it over in the put up that I do that the number
And
that
they're gonna rest some people as well.
yeah
They're gonna sit some people on the bench.
yeah
So and we know that Love is not starting in this
no
game.
no
So I'm
I
gonna go with the Vikings here. The Vikings defense looked really good against the Lions a week ago. I think they would love nothing more but to increase their victory in their division. So if they get a victory today, it looks good on paper.
what from me I go to that give me I believe good that week I believe so a week get it win over good bit
Okay. Next up is Colts and Texans. So the Texans are squaring off again, division rival here. The Colts, as we know, are eliminated. So I'm gonna go with the Texans here
and then rumor that this is retiring after
again.
I get he cut that for 3 weeks. So hey, yeah, yeah, that's the time I mean that it gotta be you and to win the game
Yeah.
over the coach.
So then we have Giants versus the Cowboys, 1 o'clock game.
And limit each of they will make it into for at the draft. So the game we put and then we know both two teams are out of the put on. But this will come down to the draft. So you know what? Give me it gonna be the top three. I believe the top three will get the win over New York.
Yes. Um, for me, this is one of those big question mark games for me because the Giants, like I said, I don't know what's happening at their organization, but something tells me that they're going to go ahead and really try to win this game. Because I don't think they are really valuing positioning in the draft. Which, if they decided, let's just say, okay, they don't really need a quarterback because they got Jackson Dart and all this other stuff, right? They're going to still have a first round pick. They'll just be further down the line. But here's the thing, if you have the number two spot and there's a team that wants to move up, you could possibly trade that pick and pick up maybe two or three more players in that same draft,
or,
which would help you completely rebuild your team.
or
So the positioning does matter,
yeah,
even if you don't need to take a quarterback for say. Maybe the best offensive lineman you can take at that number two spot versus falling down the line and then being in seventh spot and then trying to get the same player. So I'm hoping I don't want to see them throw a game like the Raiders did a week ago, but I'm hoping that they understand where their positioning is and how they can help rebuild their team. Next game up is Browns and Bengals. Is this the game that will be the dagger in the Browns coach?
again, again, the bar has to all the hot seat and multiple report that more multiple report that, but I believe it's gonna be a better to get a believe but if he play, I believe it's a better win. Now could the better has to become all the happy.
Does
We
does Garrett get the sack that he needs to become the all-time sack leader?
well again
Is he gonna play in this game?
that week he was really cool to add up the for the people but again time if he put or not. Well now we got the after after he will get it if he playing.
Okay. Okay, so next up is I didn't pick Bengals for me as well. So next up is Saints Falcons, also 1 o'clock game.
Okay. Okay, tell them that Tampa. The the for for what are your team win. It's that's a win. Tampa will get in. If if it's a big win, Tampa Bay will get in or tie. Tampa Bay will get in. So this game is really important and we will meet ahead of what is supposed.
Yes, yeah, we'll be keeping a close eye on that game because of the playoff
That's
positioning. And
that's what told
so
me that that it gotta be that's told me it gotta be
I'm gonna go with Georgia here and pick the Falcons.
yeah I believe I have to talk and we get the win over the thing.
Okay. The last 1 o'clock game is Titans Jags.
Yeah yeah I got that part on for the top if they win they move up they move up again a couple of pits. If the lose the keep the same pit or uh moved out uh we got to see all that but doesn't tell me that definitely will get the win
I
over
think I agree. I think Jacksonville will win
yeah
here over the Titans. Um, they could play safe and bench everybody
yeah
and just run the
yeah
table in the playoffs, but I think they want to try to get that bye if they can. Um, okay, 4 o'clock games, 4:25, Jets and Bills.
um Yeah, I think the game will be a bill. I believe the bill look interesting. I look at it. Yeah, the all over the picture. Uh, uh, yeah, then help over that side chart. So give
I
me a big bill.
I'm
Oh,
gonna give it to the Bills as well. I think the Jets is now playing for positioning
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
in the draft. And I think they realize right now they're sitting at the number third spot, but
yeah.
they also realize that the Raiders or the Giants could blow their opportunity and they could get the first overall pick. So I agree. I think Bills get this victory. Lions, Bears.
Oh, uh, I know, I know, do it again. There could be, there could be an opportunity to take that number two spot of the conference. We got the, but that's just hurting me. That game is got bigger there. I believe the Bears will get the win over Detroit. I know Detroit has problems. I we I talked about this all along, but after this problem will continue. Um, I think I think the option and hopefully he will be doesn't happen. The photo
Excuse me.
happen.
I'm gonna go with the Lions here. I think the Lions will finish their season strong. Yeah, the Bears, I think, are just not going to run the table. I think they feel like, you know what, we made it in the playoffs. We won our division. We
Mm,
did some miraculous things in this one season with our first time head coach.
they they cut that.
Um, I
They
think
cut.
they're just going to handle wherever they fall in the playoffs. They're just going to be willing to play. So I think Lions get this victory. Um, you have Chargers and Broncos up now. Both these teams are already in the playoffs, so they may end up seeing each other once again.
Yeah, yeah. This is a mini pro game. Um, uh, um, for for the Broncos, it's hard it's hard to get up there over the Broncos. I believe to to give you a shot. I believe you hope got something to do with the game. It comes down to part bigger for
I'm gonna go with the Broncos here. I think the Broncos go ahead and win this game. I feel like Harbaugh may decide he don't want to show his cards because they know they might match up again in a week. So I think he's just gonna play. They do know each other because they play each
Yeah.
other twice a year. But something just tells me Harbaugh is gonna reserve in this game. So I'm gonna go with Broncos here. Okay, Raiders Chiefs. Again, this is all about draft positioning. So right now, Raiders have first overall pick. Pete Carroll's on the hot seat.
You the too. No,
Well, yeah, because if they pick the quarterback they want, guess what? He is in the back. They're gonna. That's who they want. We
yeah,
know that's who they're hunting.
yeah,
From Indiana, that's their
yeah,
goal. That's who they want. So, but the Jets also want him as well.
yeah. I forgot how we had too much to go. So anything happened.
So does Andy Reid go full gun here, or he try to rest, his starters so nobody gets injured and they go into
Oh,
the.
well, again, Captain and Bill top 10 of the Jackson. Uh, this, this never happened. He went to the Super Bowl 3 times. He was out of 3. And we were more out of the picture. This week.
So
That's telling me it got to be technically. I believe I believe pick up tomorrow or or this couple weeks. after Peter O will be gone, after Smith will be gone too.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs here as well. I think the
that,
Chiefs will get this victory.
that's that's the time Miss Harper will get along with the option and the draft too.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's gonna be more engaged just simply because he really wanted the Bears head coach to
Yeah.
be the coach at the time, and the Raiders went in a completely different
Mhm.
direction. Um, so okay, we got Dolphins and Patriots up.
Again, looking at the Broncos game. And the Broncos win the move by for the Patriots. And the Broncos lose, and the Patriots win. Cannot Patriots, you got, you got evidence, the table.
So I just want to mention, that if you haven't seen, two of the Patriots players are
Yeah,
on the hot seat right now
yeah,
due to some domestic violence
yeah.
incidents. Not accusing anybody of anything.
We,
So,
again,
but this
yeah.
may impact the game because those players may not play in this game as well. So,
Again, we got what a league, what those people who take action. The Patriots has told me and told he had nothing to do with it. So now we the that's told me I remember the doctor who got me up there over the Patriots.
okay. I think the Patriots will do enough to win this game and finish your season going into the playoffs. You got now your game up, the Eagles versus the Commanders. What are you guys up to, and what are you guys plan to do here?
Well, the ego up to they know all the we play all the we play. They know quarterback all
Okay,
the
so no hurts.
no her
Just
no Buckley no Elliot Brown no this no defense player.
man, this really sucks for those fantasy teams,
Yeah,
for people who have the
it was
fantasy players. They're definitely that sucks
it
that
was
you guys are
it,
doing that. So do you got are you picking your team, or are you picking the Commanders to win this game?
well well again again it all depends on the big game. It go it go in complete already. The reason it would be nice for for all the better to get the first win. But that's taught me I believe the game will make it even will make it even and today yeah the eagle will be all about all about
Okay.
I just read one continent eagle will all about all.
Okay. I'll
How
still go with the Eagles here. Because something tells me that the Commanders also are going to reserve. I don't see them trying to really go all out.
yeah
Considering you don't want any more injuries. So I think this is going to just kind of almost be like a scrimmage game
yeah.
between these two.
But like I mean preach it again we achieve oh no
So, okay, so you have the last 4:25 game, 4 o'clock game here is the Cardinals and Rams. The Rams have not looked good in these last couple of weeks. I think they get it done today.
yeah it does look good uh, uh, last couple of weeks after the Monday night game over last um it, just totally as I said all I don't think all the people who play the game. So you know what? Give me a look. I believe I look is hot though. We come and play. Add one more. That's all. It all got hot.
Yeah, he's on the hot seat as well. And then the primetime game is going to be Ravens and Steelers at 8:20 tonight, and this is for that final spot on the AFC side, the fourth seed, and the division. So, who you
Yeah,
got?
yeah, yeah. For me, for me, give me Baltimore. I believe Baltimore will get it down here. The for more and hot. How about you?
I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin. I think they win this game and get to the playoffs. Um,
Okay, we're not. Yep, it's
I just can't see Aaron Rodgers because it's not natural for him to not make the playoffs. That's the thing that really gets underneath his skin. He knows he gets into the playoffs. He knows he has a chance to make a Super Bowl run. So to me, I don't see him like taking his game lightly. I think he's going to be very, very competitive in
and
this game.
remember, the Super Bowl. It back home for Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah. That's if the Steelers are able to run the
Yeah,
tables in the playoffs if they get there. So,
uh,
but I'm picking the Steelers.
I think for Baltimore, what are you get up? What are you get up? The week.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. Those are our picks. We thank you guys for joining us. We'll definitely be covering the playoffs next week. Um, Thank you guys for your comments and joining us today on our live. This has been Sports Talk with Alex and Felix, and we'll see you guys next week. And we'll keep you updated on any coaches changes, any injuries, and
GM,
things like that.
GM,
Um, GMs. We're gonna see what happens tomorrow,
yeah,
particularly,
tomorrow,
or even tonight, because we might find out after
yeah,
all the games is all said and done. Owners
yeah,
may be, not able to be patient to let people go tomorrow. They might just go, okay, look, you're done.
yeah.
So
So
we have to wait and see.
so
So
we
thank you
well,
guys for tuning in. Yep.